While traveling in Peru is generally safe and simple, there are some challenges. Here are some of the top ways to move across Peru, as well as some suggestions for using its public transportation. Buses. The primary mode of transportation for moving around Peru is by bus. They are the most affordable choice for traveling between cities and are the preferred technique by the majority of locals. The bus is the best option for efficiency, cost, regularity, and geographic coverage. But there is no one-stop shop for bus tickets in Peru because buses are run by numerous private businesses, which is challenging. Depending on where you're going, how quickly you want to get there, and how you like to travel, you can choose a variety of buses. These buses range from the moderately lavish to the more beaten down and aged ones on local routes. Additionally, tickets may typically be purchased on the day before or even on the day of travel. Expect the price to go up slightly if you purchase through an agent, because they earn a commission. If you want the lowest price, always purchase directly from the bus company at their site in the bus terminal. Here are some of the companies and where they operate. Peru Hop. Peru Hop is a brand new network of hop-off and hop-off buses that mostly travel between Lima, Cusco, and La Paz, Bolivia, while also stopping at Paracas, Arequipa, and Puno. Cruz del Sur. Cruz del Sur is convenient, located in Lima and serves important cities in North, Central, and South Peru. Tepsa. Trustworthy, knowledgeable, and serving the regions of Arequipa, Tacna, and Abanque in the south, and Mancora, Chiclayo, Cajamarca in the north. La Linea. A cutting-edge bus line that makes it easy to reach northern cities like Huaraz. Mobile. Another line that mostly serves the north of the nation. It is cheap, yet somehow has received some unfavorable reviews. Colectivos. The Colectivo is Peru's most reasonably priced bus option. In general, Colectivos are little vans that assemble at bus stops and then quickly depart for another town once they're full. Although, you'll need to speak a little Spanish to make sure you get on the correct one. They may be a fun and inexpensive form of transportation in Peru. Trains. Because so much of Peru is made up of the perilous Amazon rainforest or the steep Andes Mountains, traveling by train can be difficult. The best train travel possibilities are along Peru's southern coast and near Lima. Most of the shoreline is flat, while the altiplano, high-altitude plains make up much of southern Peru. All trains ask that passengers show up at the station at least 30 minutes prior to departure. However, long-distance rail travel should be considered while planning how to go about Peru, especially as the trains link some of the country's most popular tourist attractions. Yes, Peruvian trains go slowly, but the advantage is that you have plenty of time to look out the window and enjoy the breathtaking countryside. The Central Railway travels on the highest standard gauge tracks in the world, from Lima into the Andes all the way to Huancayo. Between April and September, it only operates around twice each month. In Cusco, there are two rail companies in operation. Peru Rail provides passenger services from Puno on the shores of Lake Titicaca in the north to Cusco, where another line departs through the breathtaking Urubamba Valley all the way to Machu Picchu, Pueblo. Also part of the Cusco to Machu Picchu line is Inca Rail. We suggest purchasing tickets for all train trips a week or two prior to departure, and even more so during peak travel times. Subway. Another way to go about Peru is the subway, but only Lima has the convenience of a subway metro system. There is only one train line known as Linea 1 that connects Huila, El Salvador in the south of the city to San Juan de Lurigancho in the north. It is rather constrained and operates from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. 7 days a week. You can check timetables and stations online, and tickets are quite inexpensive at the individual metro stations. Domestic flights. The simplest method to get to this geographically diversified nation is by air. Since Lima is the primary airport in Peru, most aircraft travel through there. There are a selected few domestic flights that connect Cusco with Puerto Maldonado or Arequipa. As Peruvians fly more domestically, low-cost airlines are becoming more competitive. Even LATAM, the largest airline in the area, has seen price reductions as a result of the rivalry. In certain circumstances, a flight isn't much more expensive than a bus ride, and it always travels faster. When using a low-cost airline, do your homework because not all of them have a good track record. In the rainforest, where the weather can be problematic, flights are frequently cancelled, delayed, or even depart earlier than anticipated. No matter if you have a reservation or just hoping, it's better to arrive on time because if a passenger doesn't show up an hour before the flight, the firm might give the spot to someone on the waiting list. It's best to confirm your reservation 2 days in advance for all flights. Having said that, other than the usual delays that affect most airlines, flights within Peru usually don't encounter any issues. There are three primary well-known airline companies. LATAM. All major cities as well as numerous smaller destinations are served by the Chilean-owned airline LATAM. Star Peru, a Peruvian airline that started flying in 2005. And Avianca, which is Colombia's national airline since 1919. When feasible, book early to get the best rates on the most well-liked domestic routes. Less used routes can be reserved the day before and are typically less expensive per air mile. Boats. The largest jungle in South America, the Peruvian Amazon is a unique region, and the only way to reach the majority of it is by boat. There are several locations where you can fly into, but most visitors begin their journey into the rainforest by traveling to either Iquitos or Puerto Maldonado. All following journeys will be completed by boat on Amazon River tributaries. When it comes to Peruvian transportation, traveling by boat is the most adventurous options. Lancas, or passenger boats, are frequently used to go between the port cities of Yurimaguas and Pucallpa to locations farther inland, such as Iquitos. These voyages, which may last anywhere from 2 to 4 days, are excellent if you don't have a strict schedule and would rather enjoy a peaceful jungle cruise, while admiring the lovely jungle for a few days. Just pack plenty of bug spray and be ready to sleep in a hammock. Taxis, rideshare, and motor taxi. In Peru, taxis are widely available and reasonably priced. Due to the expansive nature of the city and the awful traffic, Lima has the priciest taxis. There is sometimes a defined rate for the town center in smaller towns. You can find out how much a cab to your destination should cost by asking at your lodging. Travelers should do as Peruvians do and tell taxi drivers where they're going and ask how much they'll charge before getting in. Additionally, small automobiles, primarily motorcycle rickshaws, also referred to as mototaxis or motorcars, are common in many rural towns. Even though they are a little risky and not too comfy, they are very inexpensive. Uber and other ride-sharing services are widely used in Lima but not in other Peruvian towns. Apps are favored since passengers can learn more about the driver before they board, because security is a major concern in many sections of Lima. An app can also help you negotiate a reasonable price if you don't feel comfortable doing so in Spanish. But you must always take caution and keep your window closed, your door shut, and your valuables at your feet. When riding in a cab or a car in Lima, there have been increasingly more instances of motorbike thieves passing by and stealing handbags or bags out of the open taxi windows. Another way to travel through Peru is by renting a car. It is a fantastic means of transportation if your budget can take it. It's very simple to rent a car in Peru, thanks to a few well-known companies like Alamo and Hertz, who make it possible to explore tranquil valleys and breathtaking mountain roads at your own pace. Renting a car is definitely not worthwhile if you plan to only spend time in big cities. But if you love getting to enjoy the countryside, go for it. Did you like the video? If so, then subscribe to my channel right now. If you want to learn how to save money on airfares, then click the link in the description below. This guide teaches you how to always get the cheapest flights. What's your favorite way of getting around Peru? Let me know by leaving a comment.
Thank you.